Today I'm going to share with you the one drill I probably use more than any other in my golf lessons. And just for fun, today we're going to give it a name. We're going to call it the bullet ball drill. Why do we call it that? Because that's what we're trying to create. We're trying to create a golf ball that comes off like that, a little bullet. Hey guys, Milo, back here at beautiful Superstition Mountain. Before we get started with this video, just wanted to make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of the future content we come out with. Now let's get started. So while that drill may have looked very simple and something easy to accomplish, I can promise you it's not as easy as it looks. I've had hundreds and hundreds of students out here, and the vast majority struggle and really struggle with that drill. While the tour pros who have come out, they don't. It's something that's really pretty easy for them. So for me, that's a real correlation. If you can't do that, or that's a challenge for you, it might just be really good medicine.
Oh my goodness.
So let me hit one more just to show you again what this looks like, and then I'll walk you through how we accomplish this drill. So by the way, this is an 8-iron, and I'm standing up fairly elevated off this driving range, so just check out how low this golf ball is actually going to go. So I hit that ball about 150 yards, and it never really got above my head much, so pretty low. So that's a really challenging shot. So let's walk through what we have to do to be able to make that happen. What has to happen to be able to hit this bullet ball? I got a lot of loft here. This is an 8-iron. So in order for me to launch that ball like I just did, that was probably like a 10-degree launch. It was really low. I have to have a ton of shaft lean. So what I created there is some amount of drop of my chest. My chest actually stayed forward on top of that golf ball, and then I turned through. So slowly it looks like this. And you'll be able to see that my chest is forward and I'm producing a ton of shaft lean. Most of you produce the exact opposite. I've given enough lessons to know most players don't struggle with too much shaft lean. That's a good player problem. Most players struggle with too much slide, too much tilt, and way too much flip. You have a hard time hitting the ground. You have a hard time keeping the ball down unless you blade it. This is awesome medicine. Now, to be clear, this drill is an exaggeration. Do we really want to hit most golf shots with our chest this forward and this kind of shaft lean? No, we don't. We actually want to hit the ball in the air. But most of you can't do this, so it's a great drill. And another thing is, notice I'm not playing the ball way back in my stance to hit this thing low. I'm actually playing it in my normal position, fairly forward. So those low shots I just hit were out of more of a forward ball position. So there we did it again, about 140 yards, and the ball was shot out of, really low. I'm also not cheating and moving the shaft really forward to be able to produce this. I want to learn how to produce it dynamically. So I'm actually setting up my normal grip, my normal setup, and then I'm moving through the motions and training my body to move in a way that produces that shot. So it's impossible to hit that low piercing bullet if my hips slide forward and my chest tilts backward and doesn't turn. You won't be able to do it. You'll flip to hit the ball. And one thing I want to make sure that you understand and that you're careful not to do, when we're hitting this low shot, we are not dragging the handle across our middle. I'm not hitting this thing low by pulling my arms over here to create the shaft lean. My arms are staying on my right. Everything's to my right. I'm not pulling the handle forward. I'm letting my chest fall down and forward. You can see my hand is still to my right. I'm turning. My hand is still to my right, but I have all that lean in the shaft. So we've got to watch out that we're not trying to make that thing go low by pulling the hands forward or pushing them forward. That's not what we're doing. So I'll hit one more for you guys, and I'll slow it down so you can see how I land on my lead side, how I leave my hands in the club to my right, and how I turn the corner to be able to deliver the shaft dynamics that we're talking about here. Now, a few last pieces of advice. As you're learning to make this motion, first thing I would do is slow down. You want to learn how to move your body correctly relative to the golf club. The club is going to feel like it stays to your right as your chest moves down and around the corner. And at first, that's going to be a challenge. So slow down. I might have you hit 30 or 40 yard shots, feeling that. So you can really see how I created that. That ball, I don't even know if it launched in the air. It was basically straight out. That's a great place to start. And your body starts to realize, oh man, I can hit this thing straight. I can square the face up. I can hit the ball first and then the ground. You feel that really good compression, and you stop feeling all the bad stuff that you've always felt, like early extension and flip. So it's an awesome way to break some bad patterns. I also really love to kind of make little small tweaks and personalize this drill to help you overcome some of your ball flight issues. Let's say you're a player who comes too much from the inside, you struggle with low point. We're gonna change the dynamic here. So now we're gonna feel a little, what I call the Lee Trevino cut. So we're gonna feel like we're a little more open. We're gonna path the club a little more to the left, and we're gonna hit this little burning cutter like that. So that's going to really help you to learn what it feels like to get your body around the corner. Now, if you're the player who's got the opposite problem, which is most of you actually struggle with the old steep shaft, stand up, pull across it, slice. Well, now we're going to feel like we're pathing this thing a little bit more out to the right. So now we're going to hit the low bullet draw. And there you can see that one, just eye high bullet draw. So now that's going to train you to stay in the shot, let the center of mass stay back to the right, and hit the ball from the inside. It's awesome. Now I know a lot of you have the question, well, that's not a full swing. Well, you're right, but I'm going to show you how you take this feel and start to grow it into your full swing. And it naturally will start to elevate the ball, but we want some of the good stuff we've learned to stay. We still want to feel like we're getting our chest on top of the ball, nice and forward, and turning that corner. The only thing that's going to change now is instead of staying down forever, we're going to actually start to feel some extension. This left leg is going to post up, the energy is going to come out into the golf club, and the ball's naturally going to start to elevate. So I'll gradually build this. I call it laddering. So we're going to start with the bullet ball. Okay, so we got a little bullet ball. Now we're going to ladder this just a little bit. I'm going to go a little bit bigger, a little bit faster. Okay, so you see that took me up into a little bit more of a finish. The ball flight came up a little bit. The ball went another 20 yards. Now I'm going to still feel the exact same thing. I'm just going to lengthen it a little bit more, add a little bit more speed. Okay, now I got my full shot. And you can see I still got the same feel. My chest still stayed down and turned through. Only I extended up through it and I let the energy out into the club head a little more, and the ball elevated. And that was a nice high shot. So if you're a player that struggles with low point, if you've been told you slide too much, you early extend, you flip, this is your medicine. This is specifically for you, and it will help you. So start small, follow the roadmap I've laid out, and I promise you'll start to feel better compression, more control over your low point, and more control over your club face overall. Best of all, your body's going to feel really good, because moving through the golf ball in this way is really pretty much stress-free. And it's more powerful than all these other methods. I really hope this video helps you. If you liked it, hit the subscribe button. We'd love for you to get all of our content. And if you need more personalized coaching, come visit us at milolinesgolf.com, my online academy, where we can help give you the personalized coaching that you need to be able to swing more like an athlete and enjoy this game better.